Well, it's time to check in with Burlington's Mayor, Marianne Meed Ward, to see how Burlington is doing this morning. And how are you doing this morning?
Very well. The sun
Good.
is shining.
Yes. Forecast is coming up. We'll give Brian a plug. He always follows you in these things. Let's talk about paid sick leave. You and Halton mayors have put out another call for action as this ball keeps getting passed back and forth.
We have been asking for months now. We passed a resolution. Our very first resolution was 3 months ago. We reiterated that call again, and then we reiterated it again last week. And to see, announcements being made about we're looking into it or we're, planning something, action needs to be taken now. And the community can't waste one more minute in getting this implemented. We have people getting sick at work, bringing it home to their families, and their families getting sick. And this has to stop. We're not going to end COVID without paid sick leave. No one should have to choose between going to work, putting food on their table, and potentially risking the health of their own family.
Yeah. Joe Brandt Hospital is in a crisis situation. The CEO put out that call previously. Now, Ottawa's talking about sending in the armed forces to hotspot areas and field hospitals. Hamilton's been mentioned. What about Joe Brandt?
Joe Brandt is hiring additional staff to help with the vaccine rollout. And, we will accept help from wherever it comes if needed. Things are going very well for us, and I hear nothing but good things about the vaccine clinic at Joe Brandt as well as at Compass Point. But, the Red Cross has been mentioned. Firefighters are now able to give injections in communities around us. We're looking at that here. We will take whatever help is needed. And as soon as we get the big shipment of vaccines, we will be ready and get those needles into arms.
Yes. You had to address the younger population in Burlington after an unfortunate incident at a skate park. Some of your bylaw enforcement officers or one individual was swarmed.
We had a park ambassador, so people may not realize that skateboard parks are still closed. The only thing that was reopened when the announcement was made about closing all outdoor amenities was playgrounds. So there may be some confusion. We do have park ambassadors. We have bylaw officers that go to parks regularly to let folks know what the rules are. And we constantly see crowding at various skate parks, including the one where this incident took place, and a park ambassador who's not a bylaw officer, not authorized to issue tickets, just let folks know that the skate park was closed, was swarmed, was sworn at, was spit on. So I asked folks not to do that. Our public servants are just that. They are public servants, not punching bags. And so we need to treat our people with respect. However, what it did too, I'm a silver lining person, and it did prompt a really good debate about should outdoor amenities like skate parks be reopened. And as you probably are aware, the Halton mayors and chair actually aligned and stood with the science table recommendations that are calling for reopening safely.
All the health experts are calling for that.
Absolutely. And so it's a very valid point, and we need to address it. And the Halton mayor said, yeah, absolutely. We are asking the province to revise and review the closure of outdoor amenities in light of the recommendations from the science table.
Yeah. In the meantime, and so this was a park ambassador, but we have a story this morning that Oakville's been having problems with its waterfront areas and parking and so forth, and they've actually hired 8 more bylaw officers. Any consideration of beefing things up in Burlington?
So we already did early this year add some additional bylaw officers, but we're continuing to look at it. And, my message to the community is that enforcement alone is not going to get us out of this pandemic. We need multi-pronged strategy, and that includes everyone doing their part to follow the rules while we're trying to change them, to stay 6 feet away from anybody you don't live with, even outside, and keep each other safe. And get vaccinated as soon as you can. I'm on a wait list, so I'm going to do my bit as soon as I get the call. All those strategies have to work together. And as I've said, we're not going to enforce our way out of this pandemic. We need all the strategies to make this happen and get out of this third wave.
Absolutely. Glad you're on that wait list, and stay safe in the meantime. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right here on my couch. I don't go anywhere.
Yeah. And I'll be here. So we'll talk next week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
All right. See you next week.